Hey guys, my name is Bridget and today we are going to be talking about the Booktube-A-Thon 2015. No, my first video I've ever uploaded to YouTube on this channel was last year during the Booktube-A-Thon. It was the Twilight giveaway challenge. That's all I did. I just did the challenge and that was it. That was the whole video. And still to this day, I really enjoyed that video. It was a lot of fun to film. I like looking back on it and laughing because while it isn't the best quality, it's still really funny to see how the scene is translated. If you don't know that scene, then you can't really appreciate it as much, so I would recommend seeing it before, like seeing the actual scene before you watch my scene, because it's a lot of fun seeing how I did it, and it was a lot of fun to film and do. So if you want to go check that out, click here. There'll be a link. There'll also be one in the description. Anyway, as you can already probably guess from this video title and what I've been talking about, I'm going to be doing the Booktube-A-Thon this year. I think I've already mentioned that in my July TBR. Then it got moved to August 3rd to August 9th. And I'm super pumped for it. I'm super excited, guys. I don't even know how to express in words how excited I am. But I am super excited. And this year, I'm actually going to do all the challenges because last year I was like, I'll do a challenge, but I didn't really feel the rest of the challenges, and so I just did one of them. But this year I'm going to be doing all of the video challenges, which is going to be super awesome and fun, so hope you guys are excited to see those because that's going to be a ton of fun. I'm going to try not to have anything going on that week so I can just participate in the challenges and put all my effort into challenges and reading. That's going to be the main priority that week. At least that's what I'm going to try to make it. You know, the main purpose of this video is actually to talk about my TBR for that week instead of just rambling on about how excited I am. So let's go on to my TBR. I bet you guys all know that the reading challenges have been told to us. So I'm going to try and complete all of the reading challenges. Last year I read one book. During the Booktube-A-Thon, I don't know, I didn't really complete any challenges. I wanted to, but then it just sort of didn't happen. So there's that. That was because I wasn't really trying. I was sort of being casual. I wanted to complete challenges, but I didn't. So this year it's going to be a lot more hardcore. I'm participating, trying to complete all the challenges. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. It's going to be so much fun, and I'm going to have daily reading updates with those challenge videos that I'm going to be doing. So just everything's going to be happening during that week, and I'm super pumped. So let's get on to my TBR after all this rambling on. TBR time! The first challenge is to read a book with blue on the cover, and my book for that challenge is The Rest of Us Just Live Here by Patrick Ness. I'm super pumped for this book. I started it at BookCon where I got it. I was waiting in a line, but I didn't really get into it just because I was waiting in line, you could talk to people, and everything was just sort of happening, so I didn't really get into it. But now, I really want to get into it, and I'm planning on completing it during August anyway, so I thought Booktube-A-Thon is the perfect time. I can complete a challenge with it. It's pretty short, just over 300 pages, and the font is pretty big, so I should be able to complete this relatively quickly. And I think it's coming out in August, so I want to read it and review it before it comes out so I can have that review up for you guys the day it comes out. The next challenge is to read a book by an author who has the same first letter of their last name as your last name. So my last name starts with a B. Usually I can't really find any last names that start with B. But you know, I was looking on my TBR shelf and I found two books, so I'm excited about that. The one out of the two that I have chosen to read during this read-a-thon is Red Rising by Pierce Brown. Starts with a B, just like my last name. There's such amazing things about this book, and I've been wanting to read it forever. I wasn't really planning on reading it this month, but I was like, I need something to complete this challenge. I've got two books. Heard amazing things about this one. I'm reading this one. It's almost 400 pages, but I feel like it will be a quick read because I've heard so many great things about it. So I feel like if it's really good, like I've heard it is, then I'll be able to just race right through it and get through it and really enjoy it. So that's what I'm hoping for when I read this book because I've heard such great things about it and I'm super excited. The next challenge is to read someone else's favorite book, and I know a ton of people on Booktube love this book, so I feel like I could consider it one of Booktube's favorite books. I'm sure a ton of you have this as your favorite book, and that is The Final Empire, the first book in the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. So many people love this book, so I was like, I gotta give it a chance. So, some people's favorite books, Booktube favorite. I'm gonna read it. I'm super excited about it because I've heard such great things about it. And I'm actually buddy reading this with Alex over at the Book Buzz, so I'm super excited to discuss my theories and everything with her while reading this book. So that's gonna be fun. And it's really long, but we're reading 80 pages per day. So that will complete the book by the end of the week. And I know I'm gonna be reading this one during the week, so I know I'm gonna complete that challenge. So that's good. I actually have 2 copies, that's why I'm holding both of them. They're the same book, just different copies. I love this one more just because it's beautiful. But then my friend got me this one, it is great and it's small. So I don't know which copy I'm gonna be reading, but got 2 to choose from. The next challenge is to read the last book you acquired. And, you know, I bought 3 books this month and they all came at the same time. One of them is sort of long and it has lots of stuff in it, and I don't really want to pick that one up yet because I feel like I want to read that one alone without anything else, without anything rushing me, so I can just sort of read it at my own pace. So I don't want to read that one. The other book I got was another version of a book I've already read, so I don't want to read that one. So the last book I got was actually a book that I've already read, but it's in a different form. That is the Lightning Thief graphic novel. The story is by Rick Riordan. It's adapted by Robert Venditti, and the art is by Attila Futaki, and the colors by Jose Villarrubia. I love the Percy Jackson series. I don't know if you can tell, I've got like 50 bajillion copies of Rick Riordan's books there, but I'm super excited to read this. It's only like 130 pages. It's a graphic novel, so it's all pictures. And I feel like I could read this very quickly, which is why I'm also using it for the Finish a Book Without Letting Go of It challenge, because it's really quick. I feel like I can get through this pretty quickly, so I want to use this one for that challenge too. And I'm super excited about it because I love Percy Jackson and I've been wanting to reread it because it's been 10 years since it came out, so obviously I need a reread. But I didn't want to read the book again just because I feel like that's a bit long, and this is the perfect way to read through it really quickly because it's a graphic novel and it's going to be real quick. The next challenge is to read a book you really want to read. And I actually have 2 options for this. One of them is if I don't finish it before the read-a-thon starts, I want to read it. And the other one is if I have already read that one, then you'll see what I mean. So I've been really wanting to read Magic by Angie Sage. I've been saying I'm going to read it for months. And if I don't complete this book by the time the read-a-thon starts, then this is the one I want to read for that challenge. But if I do happen to complete this one, then the book I want to read for this challenge is Soundless by Rochelle Mead. So these 2 books are priorities for this challenge because I'm hoping to finish this before the read-a-thon, but if that doesn't happen, this will be my one for that pick, and I'm super excited about this one too. Either of these are good picks. I'm hoping I can finish this one first and before the read-a-thon because it's really big, and that's not really read-a-thoning material, and this one's really short, so it would be good. But, you know, whichever one happens, I might just choose which one I'm feeling in the mood for, even if I don't finish this one first. And then the last challenge is the classic Booktube-A-Thon challenge of reading 7 books during the week, which is a book a day. And since I have 6 books here for me to read, one of them is optional if I don't finish it first. I have 2 more books that I have to read during the week if I can get to them. They're more of if I can get to them books rather than I want to read these immediately, but I'm super excited about reading them still, and I feel like they'll be really quick. And that is The Runaway King and The Shadow Throne by Jennifer A. Nielsen. I read The False Prince last year because one of my friends was like, oh my gosh, they're so good. So then I got the next 2 books, and I'm really excited to continue on with them. I feel like they'll be really quick, and I really enjoyed the first book, so I'm excited to get to the next 2 books. And it's a trilogy, so I really do want to complete these very soon. They're only like 330 pages each. I feel like it'll be a good choice for that. So these are all the books I'm planning on reading during that week of Booktube-A-Thon. I'm still super excited, even seeing them all stacked up here and having me be really nervous about it. Hopefully I can get to all of them. They seem really big and intimidating right now, but I'm hoping to pace myself in a way that makes it easy for me to complete all of the books throughout the week. And I feel like I can because I have a graphic novel in there and some books that feel like they will go really quickly. So I think I can do it. Wish me luck, guys. I'm excited to see all your Booktube-A-Thon TBRs because it's just going to be a crazy week. I'm going to try my very hardest to complete all of these books. So let me know down in the comments what you're planning on reading during the Booktube-A-Thon for all the challenges, and I will see you guys in my next video, which will be up very soon. Okay, bye! I'm just taking apart my shelf now at this point. This looks like a big stack of books for a week. Do you guys like my hair? I did it last night. I like put it in braids and everything. I think it looks pretty cool. Okay, now it's time for the thumbnail. Booktube-A-Thon. Soups excites. I'm actually really excited and I'm hoping to read all these. This is a lot of books, guys. Hope I can get to all of them. See you when Booktube-A-Thon starts every day.